Hi there, my name is Gabby Macasaddug, and this is my video for D1 Secretary. To introduce myself, hi, I'm Gabby Macasaddug. I'm a freshman at Northeastern University, and I am a civil engineering major. I was born in the Philippines, but I currently live in Guilderland, New York. So, the reason why I want to run for D1 e-board is because I'm very enthusiastic about connecting with other Filipinos or Phil-Ams. Back in New York, I didn't really have much of a Filipino community. And so college was really a time for me to grow and embrace my culture. And without Barcata, which I'm a part of, I wouldn't have learned about D1 and wouldn't have realized how big this community would be. Again, second year into college, I want to become more involved with D1, and I believe I can do that as the secretary. So, the reason why I want to run for secretary is that I love to stay organized when it comes to clubs, projects, anything with academics, etc. I use different websites such as Notion, Google Drive, Google Calendar to organize my things. I make checklists of activities or homeworks that I need to finish, and I always use those tools. During group projects, I'm always the planner, I'm always the organizer. I always keep the group on track to make sure that we fulfill deadlines uh, for our projects. I also love to work, or I would also prefer to work behind the scenes of D1 because I really think um, they are the backbones of the organizations, and I have always been secretary during clubs in my high school. So, some things that I did during freshman year of college is I am part of Hall Council, and I was actually secretary for my Spear Hall. And during that time, we attend biweekly meetings, and my responsibility was to record meeting minutes on a certain document and send that to the executive board for RSA. And we also host different events, and we manage different budgets, and during the end of the month, it was my responsibility to submit monthly recaps for the e-board as well. So outside of D1, I also lifeguard in the evenings. I lifeguard back at the Y in my hometown and even here at Northeastern. And I just want this, even though it's not related to D1, I want to show this as a way for me to demonstrate my balancing skills um, for a work academic lifestyle on top of my extracurriculars. As stated before, I am part of the D1 e-board. I currently hold the National Director Proxy for D1 during the spring semester, and I represent D1 to the Filipino Intercollegiate Networking Dialogue, which is called FIND. I attend bi-weekly meetings with members of FIND, and I give them updates about D1 events. And that's the same way reverse for D1 meetings. I inform D1 of FIND events and what they are wanting to host. Because of that, I was able to meet with other students around the East Coast outside of D1 and meet people from different districts. And it really made me realize how big this organization is. And it really strengthens my passion for Filipino culture and me wanting to be more involved. And as an e-board, I also attended a lot of the D1 events such as Game Night, Mangoes, April Anarchy, Social, Kamayan, and I always love to island hop and meet other people in different D1 schools. Again, I'm part of any workada. I have not held an e-board position, but I'm very active in the club. For example, I attend the Biggie Smalls mixers, the general meetings. I attend their dance practices, and I was part of the T1 Kamayan back in the fall and Barkada's Bahay Kubo. I sang the national anthem. I performed as the festival queen, and this is a club that I'm really passionate about. And if not for Barkada, then I wouldn't have known D1. So my vision for D1 is, again, I want to uphold my position as secretary with organization and communication skills, and some events that I would really love to execute during my time as secretary and collaborate with other members of D1 is to have a fundraising event for graduation lays for graduating seniors. April Anarchy, but volleyball or soccer style, because those are two very popular sports. Charity concerts or volunteering for the D1 public, and a Philippine X Field Day, which I feel like is going to be something a lot of people might enjoy. And that is my video for Secretary. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you take me into consideration as D1's future Secretary.